this past week, Saturdays at Your Place released their new record. I think it's their second full length, their first since their EP. It's called These Things Happen. I absolutely love it. I'm actually going to let you go first, though.
Well, okay. Well, the funny thing about this one is, as you were telling me that I needed to listen to this album, to be fair, I was out of town over the weekend and I was pretty busy, so I wasn't like able to immediately get around to it. But as Craig's sitting there texting me like, "Man, you gotta listen to this album." I don't know. There's something about this album. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know if I'm just in the right mood. But like this album's really great, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about. It, I'm like, I don't think I liked Saturdays at Your Place. I was like, I don't really remember listening to them, or so like I had like no, for whatever reason I couldn't remember, and so I told Craig. I said, I don't think I've ever really listened to them. And Craig was like, well, yes, you have, and you loved their EP, and you told me you were mad at me for not making you listen to it earlier. Like somehow I had completely memory hold this entire band, which is funny because usually these roles are reversed. And to give everybody a sneak behind the curtain of our dynamic, a lot of times it's me begging Craig to listen to something over and over again, and then Craig being like, well, I don't know if I even really know these guys. And I'm like, dude, we literally talked about it before. And
Usually forgetful one, yeah.
yeah, so it was fun to be on the other side of this one for once. But I guess the feeling was the same as the first time, and we'll see if I remember it this time. But I was very glad you pushed me to listen to it. This is a really good album. It's fairly straightforward emo, I would say. But what's funny about it is like I've only listened to it twice so far, so I'm still very raw with it. But you know, I'm not a big emo guy. I don't listen to a lot of emo. But the band that I do, if I'm going to reach for emo, is almost always Home Is Where. Like that's my go-to. I love that band so much. They put out an album this year, and I haven't listened to that album in months. I mean, have you? But by the way, have you been keeping up with it?
I've probably only listened to it 4 or 5 times since it came out, and probably not in over 2 months.
Yeah, and it's an album I really liked when I listened to it, but it just didn't stick with me. As I was listening to Saturdays, I found myself thinking like, I think I like this more than Home Is Where even. And that's for me a pretty big landmark thing for me to feel more connected to an emo album than something Home Is Where put out in the same year. So, um, you know, I'm not to the point yet that I could like sit there and break down individual songs and stuff. I'll let you kind of handle some of that. But for me, they really had me like right from the acoustic intro is so good. Like, and then like as it like turns into the actual song, like that right from the rip, they had me. It's a great opening track. And yeah, I don't know, like it's good energy, great songwriting, the melodies are there. The subject matter's really strong. Yeah, it's just a really great album.
Yeah, I'm going to call my shot, and I think maybe I'm getting a little bit over my skis. I'm not naming it number one record of the year, but I think this is my favorite emo record since Brave Faces Everyone by Spanish Love Songs. And I think it's in the realm, the stratosphere of Home Like No Place Is There by the Hotelier. I think it's I think it's
Yeah.
good. And for me to put it up with those, like, that's second or third wave for me on the emo scale from, back in the old days when it was Mineral and Sunny Day Real
Right.
Estate. That's a different era. But like
Yep.
this record has me. The like you talked about, the opening track Welcome, which is just a precursor to Cross My Heart, then the singles that they released, Waste Away, which goes into What Am I Supposed to Do. Those songs sound so much better in the flow of the record, and I liked them even when they were released as singles. And then I'll skip the rest of them, but they finished this record perfectly. I Give In is an utter classic track, classic album ending track. Everybody on the who listens to this podcast knows how much you and I revere strong
Hmm.
to records that make you want to restart the record. I Give In is maybe as good as the closing track from their EP, which was
Yeah.
also it became such a set staple that they were kind of joking as they released singles that this was the killer of that song. Um,
Hmm.
they were kind of joking with that on Twitter. Um, and I Give In is that damn good. And I think this record might be one of the best emo records of the last 10 years.